Happy Friday, everybody. I'm just going to wait 1 second while a couple of you come on board. It's Friday, so I don't expect too many people actually to be here. So I will wait. Oh, so yeah, my topic is, hey, Michelle. Happy Friday. Okay, my topic, gluten. Because my world... Hey, Bryce. Hey, babe. So, I'm being very specific in this video about stuff. This is what is really important to me and what I know I can help people with. And I've been really trying to figure out where you all are. Like, where are all the gluten people? A lot of people don't care about gluten. Gluten is my enemy. No, actually, I just wanted to talk about it because it's something that absolutely can help you guys with. Now, there approximately are, the last calculated, 1% of the United States population that are diagnosed with blood work and or the scope of, looking inside, with celiac disease, which is an autoimmune disorder. It is not an allergy. It is an actual autoimmune response to the chemical gluten. And you guys can Google if you really want the exact precise definition of gluten. But the big thing that I can help you with is there's so much disinformation, and whether it is just that people don't know. These websites, I even recently, actually just a little bit ago, I went to celiac.org, which is another consumer-based type of website, to find out if they have a good resource on where gluten lives. Basically, gluten can live anywhere. Hi, Glenn. So gluten, you might not care, okay? But the other thing I wanted to mention, the statistic of 1% being celiac, is I'm sure that's an old statistic. That was quoted to me about 3.5 years ago. Hey, Aunt June. And the reason I'm like throwing red flags up to everyone, because it is very controversial whether or not to eliminate gluten from your diet. I don't understand why, because actually, even if you're not celiac or even if you're not gluten sensitive, why are they warning us to not to avoid gluten if we don't have the sensitivity? But that's another question. That's another topic for later. But so it brings me to so many people that I know are gluten sensitive. There's gluten allergies. There are basically, if you can be getting a response to having any ingesting gluten. So I googled like where is gluten and what foods should I avoid, even though I already know, okay? But there's this resource, this website I went to. It's healthline.com. I'm not advocating them at all. I'm just saying it just came up in my search. And I'll tell you that this is what I found when I first was diagnosed with celiac disease. If you go look on their site, if you Google it, it lists a ton of foods, ingredients that contain gluten. What they don't tell you, other than some of these foods might contain gluten. And by the way, some of you, I'm going to answer your question right now. Why should you care? Because eventually you're going to meet someone who has either gluten sensitivity or are celiac. I'm positive more of us will be diagnosed with celiac disease. It's taken very seriously. in my world. And when I last recently talked to my dad, by the way, about actually having gluten in our lotions and hair, like hair products, skin products, he was saying actually that one of the response chemicals um, can only be generated from the inside, from our colon. So now I'm thinking that it's maybe for me even not, I don't have to worry necessarily about the topical applications like lotions and shampoos and stuff. It can't hurt to not have it. I mean, I found shampoos that don't have gluten, okay? But you're going to meet people who have issues with gluten, whether they know it or not, by the way. So so when you are going to go search for your food, and I'm totally not watching the time. Hold on a second. Oh no. Um, so I'll go for a couple more minutes only because I don't even know how long it's been. Um, so if you have the mindset that you know, so any factory can have gluten unless they have the certified gluten-free logo on their product. That's the prime logo. And apparently it costs $10,000 to get that logo, that certification. But people like me need that. There are products out there that I will buy, not too often, that have been tested for gluten, but they don't have that certified gluten-free logo on it. So I'll try stuff, but it's a little more challenging and risky. The other thing that absolutely you need to look for also is at the bottom of the ingredients, at the bottom of the label, it's going to say, I don't know what the warning word is that they use, but they will say, disclaimer or some kind of notice, this product, oh, thank you, babe. This product was made in a facility that also processes X, Y, Z. Okay? That's a huge one to look for. I have tested that. I cannot touch that kind of product. If it says it's made in a facility that processes wheat, they don't say gluten or anything like that. But if they have equipment that has, and all you guys who have allergies, like extreme allergies, you know, and I hope you guys look for that too. If it says, if you're allergic to peanuts or almonds or something, and it says it's also made in a facility that processes nut, not any kind of nut, whatever, if you're allergic, avoid it. Just put it back down and walk away. Now, the second point, big thing I wanted to say today is, why did I decide to go vegan, totally vegan, after I had to go gluten-free? After a year of figuring out the gluten-free lifestyle and where gluten lives, I realized so much easier to eat good food. Well, things that, it's like gonna be good for me for the most part. And whole foods plant-based is the official definition, okay? Vegan basically means it means the lack of any animal products. But whole foods plant-based means that it's plant-based and it's whole, taken from the whole plant, mostly, right? The source. So, I'm vegan too, but I'm just saying it doesn't necessarily mean it's really good for us if it's vegan. So, just that's the little different definition there, okay? All right. If you guys have any questions, hi Emily. If you have any questions or you want to comment, let me know. But I went whole foods plant-based because it was so much easier for me to figure out what stuff is in our food when you take out the animal element. Huge. Even some of our vegetables, like our carrots, the tiny carrots, they wash them in chlorine. They wash your chicken in chlorine. It's like the assembly line thing. It's like they say that to, it's like, oh well, it's the end process. They're just making sure that there's less bacteria on your food. But they don't put that on the packaging. It's not required. Okay, there's so much of that. So much of that. They cannot disclose all the stuff that's on our food. So that is why that is why I'm whole foods plant-based as much as possible. I'm definitely plant-based for everything. I do not, I'm a purist with that and also with gluten. But it's some of the food I eat still is processed. But at the very least, it's gluten-free. Number one. Number two, it's vegan. Whole foods, plant-based. And everything else, yeah. So, really? I have 5 minutes left? Thank you, babe. Seriously? Okay, so, oh wait, do you guys have any questions? But that's why, I mean, I'm not an extremist person. I just want to be as healthy as I can. I've had so many health issues in my life. I've been sick so much in my life that I want to be healthy. It's like for the rest of the time I'm on this planet, I might as well be as healthy as I can. I rarely get sick anymore. Really. I rarely get sick anymore. And by the way, did you know that some of the times you guys think that you have, and me too in the past, some of you guys think that you might have the 24-hour flu bug? It's food poisoning. And that's Dr. Greger, nutritionfacts.org. You guys can find that, okay? Food poisoning from meat. Food poisoning. Okay? So, I mean, not a lot of the stuff that we hear is true. Don't believe me. Go look it up yourselves, you guys. I mean, I am not the end all of information. I want to point you guys in a good direction. All right. Well, that's my big talk on gluten today. Gluten's really huge. It's a huge but small part of the issues with our food economy, our lifestyle, what we eat, what we put in our body, okay? I love you. I want the best for you. Like, if you were here with me right now, okay? Alrighty. I will see you guys soon. Have an awesome weekend. Bye.